Hello, everyone. I'm on a call at a convenience store site, and I got this call earlier, and the technician that was here um, did leave some notes for it, but I just wanted to show you a few things that I found. It's pretty interesting. Um, as you can see, they have F3 low mag errors. They have 59 of those. They have mag over temp. They have 62 of those errors, and that usually indicates that the filter is clogged or needs to be rinsed out. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear those errors out, because I finally found out what the issue was, and I just wanted to go over those steps with you. So I think it'll be a help to anyone out there in the field. The technician, let me get my other phone here. Let me see, he left me some notes letting me know what he did. Let's see if I can find him here. Give me a second. Okay, so the other technician said that he said that I have replaced the K2 relay, which is this right here. So he said he replaced that, and then he replaced the 20 amp fuse, which is here, which was blown when I arrived. The one that he replaced was blown. Also replaced the right side magnetron. So he replaced this magnetron right here also. And by the way, he did have the red wire in the right place. Remember how we went over the FA position being the terminal for the red wire. So he does have it on FA. And I think that's it. He says after he changed the magnetron, he still is getting 0 amp reading at the coil right here. This is the loop that gives the amp draw reading, and right now I'm getting a great amp draw reading. I'm just going to go ahead and let this heat up while I'm talking to you guys, and get this started heating up so I can allow them to cook some items. But back to this here. He did have a couple of issues that I found that I'm not sure if he did it or not, but right here on the capacitor on this side, he had this wire, which goes to the high volt, goes right here to the number 4 position on the high volt transformer. He had that wire right here where the diode should be. So he had this one right here. So I had to swap those because those were in the wrong position on the capacitor itself. So I did find that, but then I replaced a 20 amp fuse right here, and I already seen that he had a new K2 relay, so I really wasn't thinking I'd need to replace the relay. So I went ahead, I tested it some more. I went to do my amp draw test, and then it blew the fuse that I had. So after that happened, I just went ahead and took the relay out, the K2 relay. I took this out, and then I was checking out the wiring. Let me see, I have another K2 here, right here. I don't know if you could see it, but on the black portion of the K2 relay, you could see there's little numbers. There's numbers there, okay? And let me show you on this here. Okay, that's my K2. If you look right straight ahead, right in the very back there, you see those two bare terminals, and then right in the middle, in between those terminals, is like a jumper. That's a diode. That diode has a little gray line on it. It's on the left side, little gray line, and that line should always be going to the left. But I'm going to show you why it kept blowing the fuses and tripping the breaker, because that jumper, I got the old jumper right here. This was the jumper. So and then this way I can kind of show you. See, it goes like this. That jumper, you can see the solder points on it. Well, this one, the solder point was broken, so that was just hanging against there. And then every time you went to activate the high volt circuit, this would end up arcing and blow that fuse, or it would trip the breaker. So this was something that I wanted to show you, because this is how it should be here. I'm sorry, had it on the wrong way. It should be like that. But do you see that little silver line right there on the end? That little silver line, that's the way this should be on, so that it should always be facing to the left, that little silver line. So anytime that you're working on these and you look, if you're getting a short or something like that on the high volt circuit, be sure to check your that diode back there, and make sure that little silver line is going to the left. It should be going to the left. It should be facing towards the front of the oven. And then you can easily take these out. I'm not going to remove it because I got this heating up right now, but I just want to show you. You just take this nut off. That nut right there, just take that off, and then this piece right here, just pull it out towards you, and then up, and then it's going to slide right out, because these have a little catch on the bottom of them, so they slide down behind that little catch, the little slot that's on the frame here, and this slides right in between that slot. So, and then this top part gets screwed down right up top. So you can easily just, when you get that nut off, just pull the top towards you, and then pull up and out. But that's this is a good thing for you to see here. Let me just see if I can show you how this goes on. Okay. So basically, you want to make sure that that terminal, you have that line facing to the left towards the front of the oven. So that's something very important to try to remember, because for someone that doesn't know, they're not going to even know to look at this, and they're just going to keep going and blowing fuses and not being able to figure it out. But that's a real good indicator right there when you go in and look at it, and then you take this all the way out. Then you have a chance to look at those solder joints on this diode, because this would have been hard for us to find, but luckily we did. I did manage to see that it was a bad solder joint on there. So right now I do have the oven warming up. It's at 439 degrees now, so it's still going up. I still got to button this up. There were some screws that were missing up top, and I got to put those screws in and then put the panels on and go from there. So we should be okay, but I'm still gonna submit this unit for a replacement, because it's an older unit and it really should be updated, because there's just going to be more problems in the future. So I am going to put this in for a request to update it and get them a new one, but at least they'll be able to work with it for now and be able to cook food and sell their items. So that's all I have on this one. I'm gonna sign off here, and I'll see you guys at the next job. I know I signed off, but I just wanted to come back and let you see. I got it back together. They're cooking an item. Right now I have the unit in diagnostic mode, which is allowing me to see what everything is doing. It's letting me see what the blower is blowing at, what rate. It tells you the time remaining for the blower, and then it'll go into another time. Then it's telling me the I'm sorry. There you can see. Yeah. Oh yeah. There. Sorry about that. Yeah, right here you can see the set point is 500. The waveguide is at 100% right now, which is good. And you can see the product there. And that's a good cook cycle.
And they get burned, that's why.
Oh yeah, no, I understand, definitely. Okay, so that's done. Okay. So you see that item has cooked, and I just wanted you to see that diagnostic mode. I'm just going to take it out of that mode real quick.
Okay.
Take me a few minutes. Sure. Sure, that'll be fine. I just want to take it out of diagnostic mode, and wanted to recheck to make sure there's no faults after that cook cycle, and we have no faults. So now I'm going to go ahead into diagnostic mode, and you can see right there, diagnostic on. So you just press the button next to it, and then that turns it off, and now it'll work as normal. Go ahead and let it warm up, and then it'll be ready to go. So I just wanted to show you all that, and thanks again, and we'll see you on the next job. God bless. Hello everyone, I invite you to enter our Black & Decker electric screwdriver raffle. Go to our link below or in the description to enter. This is a 4-volt max electric screwdriver. It features a pivoting handle, an LED, a lithium battery that holds a charge up to 18 hours. It includes a USB charger, so enter today. Just click the link in the description or go to the link below. Thank you.